Hey guys, this is Rob the Voluntarist Rebel, and you, as a citizen of the state that you live in, the country that you live in, are nothing more than a subject of that state. I'm going to list the reasons why you're nothing more than just a subject of the state. First and foremost, if you live in the geographical location known as the United States, most likely you were born here. If you immigrated, it's a little bit different, but nonetheless, these still apply. But if you're born in the United States, well, what happens? You need a certificate of birth, and so the state knows who you are. You're numbered with a social security number. If you're a male at a certain age, you have to sign up for selective service, which means you have to, in case there's a draft, they would know where you are, and they'll send you over to the other side of the planet to kill people you've never met. Also, a privilege of being a citizen, you get your paychecks, every paycheck you have, they steal from it. Every paycheck, for the rest of your life. You're tracked constantly, whether via where you live, your social security number, how much income you make, to what you're doing on the internet, your phone calls, your text messages, your emails, what kind of car you have. Many states you have to, they know what kind of guns you own. You're tracked constantly, as if you're in a prison. Also, you need, as a citizen, you have to get permits and licenses to pretty much do anything, whether that's hunting or to own a gun, to driving, to starting your own business, or even to build a fence around your house, or to even build a patio in your backyard. You need a permit in most cases. You don't need permission to be free, by the way. And of course, one of my favorite subjects, contraband. Many states in the United States, in certain areas like here in Chicago, it's almost near impossible to legally own a firearm. It's contraband to have one. It's contraband to sell items such as, say drugs. It's contraband. You can't do it. They'll throw you in a cage. I mean, but on top of that, if you're selling stuff without a license, it's technically contraband. So say you want to sell medicine, like prescription pills without a prescription. CVS or Walgreens cannot sell that to you without a prescription from a doctor, but if they start just selling it over the counter and it's not a over-the-counter drug, it's contraband, they would be thrown in jail just with all the other people who didn't get permission to do something. And also, probably the worst one, the benefit of being a citizen, you are forced to use monopolies that you may not want to use, that may not give you certain benefits instead of having competition in the marketplace. Perfect example is health services, but also police services. The police are not required to protect you whatsoever, yet you are forced to pay for that protection service. If you don't believe me that they're not required to protect you, there's multiple court cases where even the Supreme Court has ruled that the cops have no obligation to protect you whatsoever. Just recently, Chicago PD made a press release saying that we're not going to come to your house if you're robbed. We're not going to come to you unless there's a murderer or someone that attacking you right there and then. We're not coming. We'll do it over the phone. If you're at least they're being honest about it. I mean, that's kind of shocking that they're being honest about it, but I guess they're being honest. But at the end of the day, you're documented your entire life, you're tracked your entire life, and you're forced to use services that you may not want to use, all for the privilege of being a citizen, including the threat of being thrown in a cage and your property being stolen from you for your entire life. How is that really being a citizen? In my mind, that's nothing more than being a subject of the state. If you're a subject of the state, you're nothing more than a free-range slave of the state, in my opinion. Anyways, that's my episode. I'll have all the links to, well, not all of them. There's so many court cases, but I'll have multiple links to different court cases and different websites talking about all that jazz. Please read up on it because the cops have no obligation to protect you whatsoever. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter and Facebook. Links are down below as well. I'm on Twitter at Voluntary Rebel, and peace, love, liberty.